all over the internet. I know you look up to me to bring you some of the gist. And because of that, I see a lot of tags. I see people asking me, Headless, when will you bring us the gist? Please give us the gist on this issue. But I hardly talk about these kind of stories because of certain things that happen whenever I speak about these things. First of all, I talk or I speak or communicate in English on this channel. And so whenever I'm talking about certain things and I describe certain things, because of YouTube's system, they pick on what I say. And they use that to determine whether the video is good for audience, bad for audience, whether it violates some guidelines and stuff like that. And because of that, you see, other channels can discuss this thing because they don't speak in English. They speak in the local dialect. Google doesn't understand Tree. And because of that, they can get away with some things they say. But I can't. And that is why sometimes I don't like talking about these things, or whenever I talk about these things, I try to massage the way I describe certain things.
You could explain Taya.
Media faso. So that's why sometimes I'm skeptical about touching such stories. But anyway, I've seen a lot of times, and yes, I've been following the story, just that I don't want to talk about it. But yes, let me just give you the gist, quick gist on what is happening. This lady has met her demise through the hands of her houseboy or security guy that she employed less than 2 weeks ago. I'll bring you the full gist. I'm the Headless YouTuber, this is Headless Reactions. So this lady in question is called Ahenkan, and Ahenkan. She lives in Kumasi with her 11-year-old child. Her husband is not in the country. She lives in a big house by herself with her child. Her child attends an international school around the same area. So every morning she takes her child to school, those kind of things. But living in a big house like that, you need some kind of security. You need some kind of help. Somebody to help you navigate the house or take care of the house. And that is why this lady has gone to invite somebody into her house, and this person has done this bad thing to her. First of all, this happened on Monday, 11 September 2023. That is when this thing happened, and I've been following the story small. This happened in Kumasi. Now, this lady, in terms of getting somebody, a security guy for the house, she contacted an agency, and the agency gave her somebody to work with. When the agency gave her the person started working there less than 2 weeks. This person is called John Allister, a 22-year-old guy. Now this guy even has some history, but we'll talk about the history very soon. This guy worked there for just 2 weeks or less than 2 weeks, and then this happened. This is what happened on Monday morning. Ahenkan took her child to school. And then when she went to the school, she was told that there will be an event, like a school event. She's very active in supporting the school. I think she holds a very big role in the PTA. So they said, we'll contact you and we'll talk about certain things with you. She said, okay, fine. So she got back home around 11 a.m. that side. She was on phone speaking to somebody from the school. Now, when she was talking to the person discussing what is going to happen in the school, the person just heard some kind of shouting. Like, hey, what are you doing here? Why are you doing this? That kind of shouting. And because of that, the person was somehow alarmed. So this person called Ahenkan's husband, who is in the UK, that I think something is happening. Ahenkan's husband also tried calling Ahenkan. The call wasn't going through. As in, nobody was picking the call. And it's quite strange that, hey, maybe I'm calling my wife and nobody is picking. Quite strange. So they involved the police, tried to get to know what is going on in the house. Now, apparently, what happened was this guy, Allister John, with the help of somebody, that's what they are saying, because from all indication, the guy alone can't do this thing. So he, alongside somebody, some unknown person, were in the house, and that was where they dealt with the woman. And then they took the woman to the garage, they locked her in the garage. And they locked the garage, they put cloth and stuff to wrap her so that the blood will not, it won't leave a trail. And they locked everywhere in the house. Security guy, made away with the woman's car, a Kia Sportage, with everything in the car, some phones and some products, whatever. He ran away with the car. Now, the dogs were barking. That was like later in the day, towards the evening time. They've been looking for this lady since. Now, when they got police, they got into the house, tried opening some doors, looked through the whole house, they couldn't find, and they were like, oh, let's check the garage. When they checked the garage, that's when they saw Ahenkan just lying down there with blood and all that. And from looking at it, it looks like there was a struggle before the thing happened. So people have been looking for this John Allister guy since. And when this news got on social media and his face came and everything, people in the comment section were like, oh, this guy. Nature said John Allister had history of Momo fraud, of certain things, a lot of things. John Allister. So people started bringing out history of him defrauding them and stuff like that. And the question that came to my mind was the agency that suggested this guy, or the agency that pushed this guy to Ahenkan, the late Ahenkan. Didn't they do their background checks? They didn't really do a good background check, because if they did, they would have known the guy's history. To know that this is not somebody you put in a security or you put in charge of somebody's house. But then again, that is the duty of the police. According to reports now, whoever is in charge of that agency is under investigation or helping the police with the investigation to know what really happened. Now, when they found the lady, they were looking for the guy, and finally, he has been caught by the highway anti-robbery team of the police in Kumasi. They caught the guy. Watch this video.
You complain for her?
Please, I'll say everything I've done.
You send everything. Where is the car?
Please, I'll say everything.
You say everything.
Please, I promise I'll say everything.
Two.
Please, I have his number.
Me, I'll kill you.
Please,
Me, I'll kill you. Serious, I'll kill you.
Please, I have his number.
Eh?
Please, I have everything. I have his number and everything. Please.
Now they're asking him that where is the car? And from what he's saying, it's clear that the car is not with him. Probably he has given it to somebody, or he has sold it, or whatever it is. But he's saying he has the person's phone number and he will get it. He will say everything he has done. He will talk about everything he has done. So we are waiting for his confession, an official report from the police. But so far this is what is going on the web. You know, when something like this happens, neighbors, people in the area, news investigators, and stuff like that, everybody tries to find out what happens, and so there are lots of stories flying around, but the common denominators, the lady is dead, the guy started working less than 2 weeks ago, the lady's child, and you know, there are certain things that those ones, they are conk. He stole the car and stuff like that. So this is the gist of what is happening. So if you see a video of this guy or the picture of this guy roaming on social media, this is it. His madam for less than 2 weeks. And the most painful part is this woman, her mother died just recently, and they even did the 1 week celebration or the 1 week ceremony for her mother just recently, last week. And now she too in the ground. This is sad. And this is what this guy, Allister John, whoever his accomplice is, they've not determined that yet. I'm sure by now the police will crack him and find out more information. How it really happened. What motivated him to do that. Who he did that with. Where they went after doing that. And all that will be established by the police. Whether they will take him to court or whether they will take him to whatever it is, we will find out in due time. But so far this is the gist on the table. So just hold this one for now. Okay? And yeah, it's very sad because this agency and this guy will cost a lot of people. There are some things that when they happen, it affects a lot of people indirectly. Now, everybody who has houseboy or security guys from security agencies will now start feeling skeptical that, hey, if this person from an agency did this, how safe am I in my own home? People might not get help that they need to get. Imagine somebody has promised you, oh, don't worry, next week Monday you start working in the house as my gate man. And then this story is circulating all over social media. Right now your job is shaky because of somebody's thing that he has done. And the details on this Allister John, like the things that he has been doing, the kind of scams he has scammed people, what people are saying about him on social media, his house, I'll leave a link in the description to Gossip24 TV. Go to that channel and I'll leave the link. Go and check out the guy and this Allister John or John Allister, the things he has been doing. According to testimonials on social media, people who know him from Amasaman, people who know his father, what his father said and everything. I'll leave the link in the description. Go to Gossip24 and go and check that video out. But so far, they rest in peace to Ahenkan, and also my condolences to the family. Such news is sad. It's very sad. Now, according to reports, they've not told the child what has happened to the child's mother. All they are saying is, oh, your mother has traveled. She's going to bring some things. And it's all because of John Allister's... Oh, God. I'm so sorry for your loss. Everybody who is related to Ahenkan, anybody who knows her personally, on a personal level, sorry for your loss. And I don't know. I'm still following the story. More just that will not endanger the channel. I'll bring it to you. And I don't know. Watch other videos on this channel. Tell somebody about Headless. Yeah, then. Yeah,